my last video I built a Meteor75 Pro with DJI's shiny new O4 Lite VTX. And guess what? After just a few crashes, it died. Just a black video, and I'm sure it's the camera connection, as so many have reported. This camera, in my opinion, is just too fragile. So I had a choice: toss it in the drawer or bring this drone back to life with something better. I grabbed a Walksnail 1S VTX I had lying around and decided to see if this little drone could be reborn. Let's see what happened. First off, props to Beta FPV. The Meteor75 is actually a solid platform to build digital drones. It has a decent onboard BEC and a digital plug pre-installed, which makes wiring up VTXs like the Walksnail or the DJI O4 super clean without any need of soldering or anything else. Frame and motor selections are okay, and the original canopy looks indestructible. But there is a catch. The Walksnail 1S VTX doesn't fit those rubber that you normally have on the holes, on the screw holes, and I had to figure out an idea like what to do to make it work in my build. I tried using hard plastic spacer at first, and yeah, that was a bad idea. One crash and the frame broke where you know where the screws get in, that little like pin that you have in there. That thing is so fragile, and I'm guessing hard mounting these transfer all the stress to those small screw mounts, which broke immediately. One crash and it was done. But then I swapped to a soft mount solution and boom, no more breaks. Even after a few decent smashes, or at least so far, it's holding up very well. It's a little bit complicated to screw the canopy on with these spacers because you don't have you have to hold the pieces there while you're screwing, and yeah, you have to have all the four in place before you screw everything in. But I mean, it's not rocket science, you can do it. It's just a little bit of a pain, but it works well in the end. Now, the camera also needs a mount. The Walksnail 1S camera isn't exactly Meteor ready. I found a printable mount online, slapped it in the canopy, and honestly, it's working. It's holding there. A cool side effect of this canopy with this camera is that you get a much bigger range to move your camera than the available O4. Are there better mounting options out there? Most probably. I just found something that kind of fit and threw it in, and it's happening. The Happy Model Walksnail canopies come to mind, for example, and they are worth trying if you want to do something similar to what I'm doing. But I was experimented and this worked, so I kept going. Now comes the big one, the weight. The Walksnail build added almost 1 gram compared to the DJI O4 version. That might not sound like a lot, but when you're flying Tinywhoops, every gram counts. The O4 build already needed full throttle to pull off power-hungry moves. This one, you are throttle punching just to keep your line. Is it a flying potato? Not quite, to be honest, but it's definitely not a freestyle beast. Think of it more as a cruiser. You can trick it out, but it's not going to win any freestyle content anytime. The worst part of the DJI O4 Lite is the field of view. It's like flying through a toilet paper roll. I have no idea how that camera made it past quality control on DJI's, which normally is so strict. The Walksnail camera, massive improvements in my opinion. It's wide, it's clean, and the field of view feels flyable again. Sure, DJI has better sharpness and image quality, but when it works. But Walksnail holds its own, and honestly, it still beats analog and probably even HD0 if we're talking about image quality. So, should you build a Meteor75 Pro with Walksnail? I'm gonna say it like this: if you are already in the Walksnail ecosystem, this is a fun little experiment. It's easy to build, it's reliable if mounted right, and it flies well enough for casual digital cruising. If you are into freestyle, this is not your tool. You'll feel the weight and it won't fly like my 65mm analog Reaper, for example. If you are all in on DJI, it might be worth waiting for a tougher V2 of the O4. This one is just too fragile, and in a Tinywhoop you're gonna be crashing often and it's not gonna last you much. So far I'm actually happy with how this Walksnail conversion turned out. It's not perfect, but it's flying and I'm having fun with it. If you like this video or learned something new, hit that like button, maybe even consider subscribing. I got more build, more experiments, and probably more crashes coming up soon. Thank you for watching and see you soon.